How to bridge business and technology with capabilities. These sleevages, I hate the sleevages. What is a business capability? That's what we're going to cover today. I'm going to explain it, and then I'm going to show you 10 examples. Zig here, and I'm here to help you become the best network designer you can be. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell so you are notified when I create a new piece of content for you to consume. I am creating a new video every single week. If there is anything you would like me to cover, let me know. You can leave me a comment below and email me at zig@zigbits.tech. We have been covering our theme called Consultative Leadership over the last few videos. I will link the playlist up here. This entire process is going to tie directly into why we are doing what we are doing. Consultative leadership is all about building a business plan that bridges the gap between the business and the technology sides of a company. Today, we're going to talk about business capabilities, and we're going to give you some examples of what those business capabilities are. Capabilities are not solutions. Capabilities are what you get from a solution. Some solutions even give you more than one capability. Most, in fact, give you more than one capability. So let's look at our first example just to kind of show you what a capability is. Our first one, number one, Network Access Control, or NAC. NAC provides authentication, authorization, and accounting. Think authenticating and authorizing every user device on your network. That's what I'm talking about here. That's what I mean when I talk about network access control. There are a number of solutions that provide this capability. If it's determined through the process that we're talking about here that a customer requires this capability, then a vendor agnostic solution should be identified to meet this need or this requirement. That's what I mean when we talk about a capability. A capability is something tangible that business, that company, and that organization is going to get by buying that solution, by implementing that solution. And that solution doesn't have to be a technical solution. That doesn't have to be an IT solution or a networking solution. It's a business solution. All right, let's keep going with our examples here just to show you the context and perspective of what these capabilities provide. So number two, enterprise-wide collaboration services. When we talk about collaboration services, I think of video, voice, chat, email, and file shares as examples of collaboration services. That is not an all-inclusive list, my friends. That is just a few quick on the top mind examples of what collaboration services are. In some cases, this capability is identified to help streamline your company, your organization's workflows within the different business lines of effort they have. When this is the case, I will usually add some sort of enablement capability as well. What do I mean by enablement? I mean training. I add this because how are your users going to leverage these new capabilities that you provide them if they do not know about them or how to properly leverage them? You have to train them. That's what I mean by enablement. All right, so our third example, number three here, is containerized applications or services. For years, we have been deploying virtual machines, and they have been great. But in a lot of environments, customers need a quicker time to market on new applications and or services. To accomplish this task, this outcome, there are new capabilities that provide containerized applications and services that can be instantiated on the fly. These are natively quicker and more efficient. Moving to some sort of cloud solution like on-prem, hybrid, public, private, multi would provide this capability inherently. When choosing a cloud solution, this is actually something I normally set as a requirement in my decision process. Our fourth example here, number four, application data analytics with anomaly detection. That is a mouthful. What do I mean by this? This is a newer capability that is now kind of bridging our technology solutions, our security solutions, with some of the artificial intelligence and machine learning solutions. So with this capability, we start to get into the AI/MO world. It's all about consuming a ton of data and then analyzing it to make real-time decisions. The newer capabilities do this in near real time. So think about, from a data perspective, think about all the lateral movement of all your resources within your environment. Now, I like to define resources. Resources are users, devices, servers, applications, services, databases, etc. All of that lateral movement between those resources would be tracked and analyzed to make decisions that can make a business more secure, more efficient, and in the end, make the business more profitable. That's what I mean by that. All right, so number 5, a process to agree to and properly meet customer performance requirements. So this capability gets into service level agreements, or SLAs. Think of some sort of service provider, and it doesn't have to be a generic service provider or what we call a service provider. It can be a cloud service provider. It can be actually like a service provider that's providing MPLS services. It can be a SaaS provider, software as a service, or IaaS, infrastructure as a service, or NAS, network as a service. These are providers that they provide a service. They have to meet their customer requirements. To accomplish this outcome, this task, they need some sort of governance model. In this case, the solution might be more of a process or a procedure or a cultural change because of these additional capabilities. The intent here is that they need a way to identify the customer requirements and then agree to what level of uptime and response time that provider is going to guarantee to that customer. And that customer might have a lot of high-level requirements, but that provider might be only able to agree to a few of them. Maybe voice traffic, maintain a certain latency, jitter, and just generic uptime. But that would all go into this maintaining a service level agreement, maintaining a specific performance requirement for your customers. All right, number six, reliable end-to-end quality of experience for customers. So quality of experience is everything to end users. I always like to say, don't get confused with QoS, because it's not QoS. It does actually include a QoS and security, access, and any other potential attribute that could affect a user's experience. That is the key. You will find that multiple solutions today will provide this capability. And you won't successfully get this capability until you have a number of solutions that add to this capability. Not one solution in one place in the network is going to just give you this capability end to end. All right, number 7, software-defined infrastructure. Now, I want to be very clear here. I'm not saying software-defined networking. I am not talking about a specific vendor's software-defined solution or a single software-defined fabric in a specific place in the network, like the WAN or the access or the data center. I am talking about a true end-to-end environment where everything can be defined via software, if that business requires it or needs it. I like to call this, or think of it as, a unified networking fabric or unified network fabric, where the business intent, but then also the associated lines of effort can be instantiated. A lot of people throw around business intent, but realistically, it's not IT. Business intent is not IT. It's underlying business outcomes, goals, drivers that we're talking about here that all roll up to the priorities. With this term comes automation. So again, we talked about software-defined infrastructure here. So inherently, I would think automation, orchestration, and a list of software-defined networking capabilities. Again, that is not solutions. That is capabilities. What do you get with software-defined capabilities? You get increased time to market. You get troop multiplier, right? Now you're not dealing with O&M tasks all day. Now you're dealing with project tasks, and maybe you're dealing with O&M tasks for a fraction of your day. These are capabilities that you would just inherently get with any software-defined solution. All right, number 8, enterprise multi-cloud strategy. When we talk about multi-cloud and really any of these technologies and these kind of newer age or newer age, I guess newer age works, newer age technologies, organizations, businesses, and companies really truly need a strategy. They need a process. They need some sort of governance model, some sort of framework to kind of guide them in this new world of doing business. And that's what this is. So this is more of a process, more of a governance or a cultural change, and it's a capability that may not necessarily be a technology solution that meets this capability. All right, number 9, automated vulnerability management. I see this 9 times out of 10. If I can say that, if I'm talking to customers, 9 times out of 10, they want some sort of automated vulnerability management capability. So they have a whole bunch of requirements that they have to meet, compliance standards, patching, etc. And they don't want their staff spending so much time doing this manually. All that O&M time, patching all your servers, patching all your networking devices. They want this to be automated and the reporting to come back to the management team so they can say, okay, yep, we're hitting our marks, we're compliant, and they can just hand that report to whoever's validating their compliance standards or whoever's validating that, yes, you are secure, if that's your security officer or if that's some sort of outside agency. That's what a lot of customers are looking for today, is some sort of automated system or capability that can handle vulnerability management and reporting. All right, our last one here is number 10, identity management service. So when we talk about something along identity management service, a lot of times that really does fall into what I would call identity access management, which would be IDAM. And again, we're not calling out a specific solution here. We're not calling out a specific vendor, technology. We're saying IDAM. This capability is critical to modern day success. Understanding your access, understanding your identity across the enterprise, and having that one enterprise-wide capability that manages your identity. Really, I call that your single point of truth for who should be allowed in the environment and really what they should be allowed to do. That's that capability. And there's a whole bunch of solutions that do give you that capability. And in the next episode or next show, we'll talk about solutions. Again, they will be vendor agnostic solutions. Never once did we just talk about a specific vendor or their relative solution. Again, there is no need to solutionize at the start. This entire process should show you that everything must be tied back to the business. And we must ask why. Why are we doing this? Why are we picking that technology? Why are we designing that solution? Why are we making this design decision? We must ask, what's the value to the business if we do this? I would follow on with that question and say, what is the impact to the business if we do not do this? Positive and negative there. It can be either or. Again, this process is tried and true. It has been done before. And when you conduct this correctly, the organization, the company, the business you are working with, you're supporting, is going to have this business plan that they can leverage for years to come. Be it immediately today with short-term plans and then long-term plans, 3, 6, 12 months out, all the way up to 10 years out. None, and I'll say this again, none of what we just talked about was hard. None of it requires a huge amount of technical experience or depth. This is really just consulting, and it truly is just matching what the requirements are, what the priorities are for that company, that business, that organization, and then finding the capabilities that they need to be successful. Hey friends, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and of course, click that bell so you are notified when we create a new content. And again, we are creating a new video every single week moving forward. So keep your eyes peeled. If there is any specific content you would like me to cover, let me know. You can leave a comment below and I will go ahead and read those comments, respond, and then go ahead and create content for you. And of course, if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment below, you can email me at zig@zigbits.tech. Until next time, my friends, bye for now.